For 13 years, some of the world's great surfing talents have headed to the wave-rich atolls of the Maldives to compete for the Surfing Champions Trophy. The contest is held at Sultans, a right-handed dream of a wave for contests and free surfers alike with world-class potential. And the road to the 2025 Grand Final did not disappoint. Whether it's the venue, the people, or just something in the water, the Surfing Champions Trophy is doing it right. The first ingredient to any good surf contest is the location. The Four Seasons at Kutahura is as good a host as they come. And the luxury resort is just a short boat ride away from the real star of the show, Sultans.
So Sultans is like, it's one of my favorite around here. It's just a fun trip where, you know, like to have a home.
It's got a bit of everything. You can get unlimited speed, you can go so fast, you can do all kinds of turns. Down the end, gets really fast. Sultans is just such a good wave.
Competing for this year's Surfing Champions Trophy will be tour veterans Owen Wright, Michel Bourez, and Mendes, along with free surf icon Craig Anderson and the local wildcard, Ismail, Smiley, Rasheed, making for a stacked lineup.
It's funny, you've got like Ando, Jesse, both goofy footers, both got flow and style. Jesse's a weapon, like he's won the Triple Crown, he's amazing. So for him and I have quite similar backsides, and he's just got larger airs and a bit younger. I've just had a lot of heats with Michel and a lot of beers with Michel. Every time we pulled on a singlet against each other, we always pulled out our best, and you know, we like competing. It's what we used to do, and it's nice to kind of feel that again.
Perhaps the secret sauce of the Surfing Champions Trophy lies in its format. These pros won't be taking their usual setups out into the lineup, as each surfer must compete on a single fin, a twinny, and a thruster.
You know, modern day surfing has a lot of diversity to it. People ride a lot of different types of boards. So it's good to put them out of their comfort zone as well, and then watch them take different lines and just enjoy some of the nuances between the different craft.
It's all about getting the right waves in the end, you know? Like, it's all about putting yourself in the best opportunities, because this guy probably never surfed on a twinny on a single fin, and he got in and he was getting 7 and 8s, you know? So,
you know, like, I don't feel like a cook on a single, but like not far.
Each division runs on a single day, with champions of each discipline taking home a $3,000 prize, all leading up to the head-to-head grand final, the winner of which takes home an additional $10,000 purse.
I kind of do the same thing, and if the board changes my line, then it changes my line. I guess that's my strategy, is like just try to do a bottom turn and see where it puts you. Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, the success of a surf contest lives and dies with the standard of competition. And the 2025 Surfing Champions Trophy delivered. The single fin division kicked off day one of the contest in clean chest high conditions at Sultans. Craig Anderson's surfing was smooth as ever. But the contest savvy of Owen Wright and Michel Bourez prevailed as the two veterans advanced to the semi-finals. After Smiley, Rasheed and Mendes received opening round walkthroughs, it was Mendes and Wright squaring off in the first heat of the semis. Mendes looked at home on his single fin, but the power surfing of Owen Wright came out on top of the closest heat of the day. Rasheed, the wildcard, caught the eye with some of his turns, but couldn't summon enough local magic to take down the formidable Bourez. So it was to be a star-studded single-fin final between the two Olympians, Australian Owen Wright squaring off with old friend and rival, Tahitian Michel Bourez. Wright struck first in the final with a 6.33. And with the swell fading, it proved enough to take home the first prize on offer. Next came the twin fin division. The competitors were looking forward to some optimism in the forecast after a lay day.
It just bumps up 1 second from 10 seconds to 11 seconds, which is pretty significant on that swell direction, so perfectly rippable for the 20s.
The second day of competition started off with a bang. Owen Wright, Michel Bourez, and Smiley Rasheed combined for the highest scoring heat of the event until that point. Wright continued his dominant surfing with a pair of high-scoring waves. Rasheed came out surfing aggressively and had a strong bid for second place, until Bourez managed to overtake him with a clutch score late in the heat. The south swell began to pick up, and conditions began to click as Owen Wright and Jesse Mendes paddled out for a backhand showdown in the first semi-final. As expected, Wright came out swinging, posting the first 9-point ride of the event. But Mendes wasn't going down without a fight. With time running out, he found a ramp and went for broke. But one of the best maneuvers of the day wasn't enough to overtake Wright, who moved on to the final. In the other semi, it was Craig Anderson taking on Michel Bourez. Ando's surfing was as effortless and stylish as ever on his 20. But ultimately no match for the brute force of Bourez, who bulldozed his way to setting up a rematch with Owen Wright for the twin fin final. As the swell pulsed, the experienced competitors took full advantage. Wright chose to work the wider walls, while Bourez sat deep, hunting the sets. His chance at winning the 20 division took a hit when he pulled up mid-turn with an apparent tweaked hamstring. Ultimately, Wright's aggressive tactics paid off, winning him his second big check of the contest. With the much-anticipated south swell arriving in full, the final day of competition for the thruster division and grand final would not disappoint.
Ooh, it's actually fine. Finally some good waves, like we were hoping to get every day. It's basically kind of a new swell, I feel like, because you can see that there's more, like, the lines are straighter, not so broken, and it's perfect. I mean, if you want to save the best for last, this is the way to do it.
The best day so far for the comp, and yeah, the swells actually arrived finally. Today is the best day for the wind too, so hopefully it's gonna be a really good day.
First in the water were Mendes, Wright, and Bourez. True to form, Owen Wright wasted no time in getting things started. Michel Bourez started cautiously, testing out his sore hammy.
It's the best thing we had since we've been here. Just feeling like I wish I was 100% so I could surf 100% too.
But the conditions favoured his big calves and barrel riding off the back foot. He looked energised being back on 3 fins, cruising into the semi-final. Looking to spoil the Owen Wright sweep was Jesse Mendes. He pulled into a late heat set wave and went to work, moving from third to first to send Wright to the boats early to prepare for the grand final. Mendes took that momentum into the semi-final bout with Craig Anderson.
Oh, I got Jesse. He just went from third to first. He left atoll at the last 30 seconds.
The Sultans began to show a little more teeth, so did the competitors. Ando put together his strongest heat of the event. But ultimately, it was Jesse Mendes who narrowly made it through to the final. In the other semi, Bourez was starting to find his rhythm.
So lucky to be able to surf today. I didn't expect that. My hamstring still hurts. I took some painkillers this morning. I shift my body on my back foot, just so I don't use the front foot that much. There's a lot of things that I cannot do, so it's okay. When I get the right ones, get the job done.
Maldivian wildcard Smiley Rasheed wasn't shy, however, doing some of his best surfing on the more familiar thruster setup. But Michel Bourez was a man on a mission, and bound for this third final of the week. Now it was the Tahitian with the momentum in the final. But he traded sevens with Brazilian Jesse Mendes to open the heat. But as soon as he found his groove, the thruster final was all Michel Bourez, injured hamstring and all. So, the grand final was set. Wright versus Bourez. Owen Wright had dominated the field until finals day, but Michel Bourez was in the zone now. The two veterans rolled back the years as the competitive juices took hold. Wright took a more patient approach this time, carefully selecting his waves. As the clock ticked down, it was Bourez with a strong upper hand late in the heat. But there was surely one last moment of drama left in the event. That moment would fall to the Tahitian, who pulled into the best wave to grace the Maldives all month, and made no mistake. A perfect 10, sealing his grand final victory, a score over his old friend, and a cool 10 Gs.
Surfing against Owen is, always hard. It doesn't matter. It could have been like no money on the table. We would have done the same thing. It's just in the blood, man.